in which Pooh and Piglet count down the days till camp. In his home in the 1,000-acre wood, Pooh was just finishing up his 11 o'clock spot of honey. It was the perfect little something before his 12 noon lunchtime. He was just about to do his mid-morning stretching when there was a knock at the door. "Hello?" he asked as he opened the door. He looked around, but didn't see anyone. "Ahem, I'm down here, Pooh," said a familiar voice. Pooh looked down and saw Piglet. "Oh, hi, Piglet." Pooh was always happy to see his little friend Piglet, but didn't know why Piglet was visiting so close to lunchtime. "Pooh, I have a very important matter," said Piglet. He sounded worried. "What's a very important matter?" Pooh thought that sounded scary. "I need to know exactly how many days until our trip." Piglet was talking about their exciting trip they were taking to visit their friends at Camp Carith. They were both so excited for the trip. Pooh led Piglet inside to where his countdown was. When Christopher Robin had registered for camp at www.campcarithwny.org, Christopher Robin had drawn a countdown on Pooh's wall, which told Pooh how many days until camp. Pooh and Piglet looked at the wall. They tilted their heads to the left. They tilted their heads to the right. They stood on top of their heads, but they still couldn't count down how many days. "I know what to do!" exclaimed Piglet, and before Pooh could get his feet where they were supposed to be, under his body, and his head where it was supposed to be, above his body, Piglet was gone. What a perfect time for a little something. Pooh went over to his honey and started eating. Before he could finish his 12 o'clock fill of honey, Piglet had returned. But it didn't look like Piglet had brought anything with him. "Piglet, I'm happy to see you, but how are we going to count down how many days left until camp? It doesn't look like you're any different, and I'm not any different," even though that wasn't entirely true. He had just finished a half a pot of honey. Before Piglet could answer, in flew Owl. "Hello! Piglet said there was some counting to be done," hooted Owl. Piglet showed him where the dashes were, and they waited. Owl made all sorts of thinking noises. Piglet started walking in circles around Pooh's house, and Pooh, of course, finished his lunch. When Pooh was all finished eating, and Piglet was all finished walking, Owl was finally finished counting. 95 days! 95 days? Asked Piglet. 95 days? Asked Pooh. 95 days, said Owl with a nod. Piglet and Pooh spent their day dreaming about how many fun things they would do when they got to Camp Carith, and that night, when he was trying to sleep, all Pooh could think about was how little the number 95 seemed. Happy 95 days till camp! Can't wait to see you all!